What up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of King's Court. I'm your man, King Real, joined as always by my man, J Money. Man, what's up, J Money?
What's up? What's up, man? Y'all know what's up. It's J Money. It's another day, King's Court. We back at it, man. Bad little few days, you know what I'm saying? We finna bounce back in a major way, you know what I'm saying? Let's get it.
For sure. And we joined today by my man. Y'all done seen him on the show before. Hopefully we get a few more appearances from him, you know what I mean? Because it's basketball time now, so he has no choice but to step away from the football, but to step away from the Vikings for a little bit and cap some Laker basketball with us and for us, man. So what's up, Teddy B?
Hey, what's up, guys? A long time no talk. It feels like it's been forever since I've been on here with you guys.
For sure. Yeah, it's been a minute, man, since you came on here and dropped us some NFL and college football plays. But you back, and you dropped us off some NBA gems too, man. But so you back, and it's, you know what? I'm kind of sick of you and Skeeto, man. Y'all keep showing up on King's Court in this Laker apparel, man. Y'all make me want to, y'all mean, jump through the camera on y'all, man, because J Money don't even show up in that Dallas gear. He keep it straight Jordan, but y'all keep showing up in that Laker gear, man. Y'all give me a reason to talk shit. But welcome in, Teddy B, man. Thank you for coming to the show, bro.
Yeah, man, appreciate it. I had to wear that Magic Johnson today, bro. I got to support, man. Everybody's hating on him the last couple days, so I'm here for the support, bro.
So for sure. Somebody said, where am I at? I'm in Las Vegas, man. I live in Las Vegas. I'm from Oregon, but I live in Las Vegas. So yeah, that's where I'm at. My man Teddy up there, he repping the LA stuff. My man J Money in Dallas. So we a little bit of everywhere, but Teddy ain't in LA, but he'll let you know if he want to let you know where he at. But I know we don't want to do this, y'all, but we have to recap yesterday at NBA real quick, man. Hey, everybody, I apologize, man. I don't apologize to you guys. I apologize to a lot of people around me. I've been in a pissy mood lately. And it wasn't just basketball that has me in the pissy mood. It's some life shit that has me in the pissy mood. It's some family stuff. It's some health stuff. I've been in a real pissy mood lately, and I apologize. And it showed in my capping over the last week. NBA's been bad to me too, because it's been pissy over there. And yesterday is a prime example, you guys, why you lower your bet size. You don't trust with everything that looks good and sounds good to you, because it can turn around and bite you in the ass, man. The Hornets blew a 24-point lead yesterday at home. I didn't trust them at the -3, but I took them on the money line, you guys. Bro, I blew a 24-point lead at home, and let's just touch on that game real quick. J Money, what's your thoughts on just what happened yesterday with the Hornets?
Yeah, I can't believe that shit, man. I thought they had that game, you know what I'm saying, in pocket. And then I look back at it and I see that it's close. And that's another one where you can tell where the momentum just shifted. I mean, in the fourth quarter, that's where the game was lost for me. I mean, you got the Hornets at the house, bro. That shit that can't happen. I'm sorry. I mean, you're not so good on the road. So you got to get all those home wins. And you're up by 20, you start coasting. And it's pretty hard to get back into the game after you pretty much already wrote it off like, oh, shit, we done won the game now. And the Clippers are that type of scrappy team where they're never really out of a game. They can always come back. I mean, they just did this shit to Detroit. You know what I'm saying? I know that the Hornets saw that shit. Then you let them do the same thing to you. So, I mean, both of those wins come back on the road. You know what I'm saying? Kudos to the Clippers. But damn, the Hornets, you got to be sad as fuck after that. Letting them come back you know what I'm saying, after they were down by 20 at your house, that's pretty tough, man. I mean, in another game, man, I told you boys, I know I said I was going to take a break, man. I can't do that shit. We got to come on here every single day. I was just bullshitting, but I was surprised, man, to see the Heat beat the Blazers last night. It just goes to show you how the NBA has been going. I'm sorry, I didn't see that shit coming at all. I mean, even though the Lakers, they got booed out by 42 points, that was pretty terrible. I can't say that didn't surprise me as much as the Heat beating the Portland Trailblazers straight up by 10 in Portland. So that was pretty tough.
Teddy B, Laker talk right there for you, bro. What can you say about those Lakers yesterday? I woke up this morning, I'm rolling about my sleep, bro, and it's like the King has his worst day in life. I thought ESPN was talking about me, but my eyes popped up like, how the fuck they know about King Real? They're talking about LeBron James, bro. And I was like, well, damn, you know what I mean? We both got dethroned yesterday. What's your thoughts on what happened yesterday? Why is LeBron sitting 2 seats, 3 seats away from everybody? I know he normally sits there, but yesterday biting his nails on that bench like that, sitting a distance away, man, what does that say about him right now?
I'm with you guys. I was pretty shocked the performance that the Lakers put out there, but it seemed like everybody was on the Lakers yesterday. I mean, at first when I looked at the line, I thought it was a good spot, for the young guys to be like, you know what, whatever happens, happens. We're going to come out here and ball. And then I saw everybody was on the Lakers, and the line pretty much stayed the same. The first half line really didn't move, and I stayed off of that game. I watched the game from the beginning to the end, man, and this is what happens. Those guys are so young that when you involve them in a trade, and yes, it's as your profession, it's business. But these guys are all 23, 21, 22 years old. They're not normal veterans that are dealing with trade talks. So I mean, am I surprised the way they got blown out? Yes, but I didn't expect them to get blown out by 40 points, man. And as a Lakers fan, that's kind of what happens when you involve these young guys that are still very young, and you're involving them in trade talks. I mean, they're a stay-away team for me as a fan. I'm not touching them until the trade deadline's over and I see a couple of games.
Exactly. You're there. It's right now. It's trade deadline time, man, and you might want to lower your bet size. Lower your bet size. It's all I can practice and preach to you guys right now around this time of the year. Trade deadline and All-Star break. I don't bet full units right now. I mean, I'm telling you, don't bet full units, especially on any team that's involved in any kind of trade talk. I mean, do we even see the Clippers making a trade with Harris after they won that game last night against Charlotte? I didn't even see that coming. I woke up this morning and seen that trade. I'm like, I didn't even see that coming. So a lot of people right now, lower your bet size. But real quick thing, a comment I want to make on what Teddy just said. This team didn't respond well to that. You got LeBron over here trying to just trade you off. You got him Shannon and Ingram while he's shooting free throws. LeBron wanted to trade you. I thought it was WWE, bro. I swear that's what I thought it was, yo. I was waiting for somebody to come out and be like, you suck, Chance. I didn't know what was happening last night when I was watching the game, bro. And then you have the opposite effect that happened with Philadelphia. I did give out the 4.5. I took them early, but I didn't give it on the show as an actual bet because I was concerned about that game a little bit. But Toronto came out there. Lowry, whose name was brought up in trade talks, came out and performed. He played with a chip on his shoulder last night. He came out ready to ball. The Lakers, on the other hand, those young guys, it affected their mentality differently. It's very hard to cap feelings. In anything you bet, any sports you bet, you can't cap feelings. When a man or a woman or whatever feelings are hurt, it's very hard to cap that and how they will respond. Some respond, they play well. Some go in there with a chip on their shoulder. Me, I have a crazy mouth, and I don't have to put my hands on you, but I can say a whole bunch of shit to you to make you like hate me for the rest of your life. Like I know how I'll deal with things. So a lot of people are different, but J Money, before we start capping the games, anything you want to touch on real quick that me and Teddy just spoke about?
Yeah, like Teddy say, with the Lakers, one thing that I do want to say, I've never saw this whole shoe with LeBron teams in the past with this type of problem. So, me personally, I think this is going to be very tough for them to overcome. I was kind of sort of high on the Lakers. I did think they could get it done. I mean, even with the team that they have now, if they kind of build chemistry and decide they want to play defense, they still have a nice little roster over there. I think they need to get a new coach. But what I've been seeing with the Lakers now, I mean, whether the guys get traded or someone has to stay, I'm ready to see what's going to happen with this. This is pretty crazy. I hadn't saw this happen pretty much with any other LeBron team. So this is pretty crazy. I mean, him sitting at the end of the bench, he's not going to the timeouts. He's not involved at all. He just doesn't give a shit right now. So that's pretty crazy to see. That was the worst loss in, pretty much in LeBron's NBA history. So he was playing in that game, so he was a part of it. That's pretty fucking tough, man. So I'm ready to get to today, man. It's a new day.
Well, let's get to today, man. We had some time. We didn't have no games to start at least a half an hour after we come on, so we had some time to recap. Before we start capping some games, I do want to welcome in the chat, man. What's up, Wisdom? What's up, Brandon Hunt? What's up, Johnny? What's up, Brian? Jim Rome is a douche. Southside Lopez. My man, Mr. Pittman. Habib, I think I say your name right. Abdul, what's up? Welcome. Corey Mack, my man Seth is back from Costa Rica. Welcome, Seth. Thank you for joining us. Grateful Fred, Coco Bongo, Money Game Sports, Billy Exotic, Troy V. I probably already said you, but I said you twice. MVP Sports, man. Everybody who's in here, man, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of King's Court. I'm glad you guys came to support, man. Thank you guys. Shamal, everybody, man, Jermaine. Thank you guys, man, for tuning in to King's Court to come check out my man Jay Money, Teddy B, and myself. Well, Jay, let's basically get into it, man. I checked you out earlier on the Low Bag show when you was breaking down this game with Jimmy out there today, man. Well, not this game, supposedly. So, no, we have the Denver game, correct? My bad. Let's get to the Denver game, bro. No Harris, no Murray, bro. Both of these teams have decent offenses, but we know that Denver's offense is not the same offense as it is at home and on the road. They're 14-12 away. They're 10-16 ATS on the road. Nets are 9-1 last 10 games, last 10 home games. The 8-2 last 10 ATS versus Denver. But the Nets have lost 2 games, bro. And I have a good read on this Nets team, Jay. I like to, and Teddy B, I like to pride myself on at least one team in the NBA out the 30-some teams. You know what I mean? I have a good read on one of them, and it is this Nets team. And with no Murray out there tonight, no Harris, and no Millsap tonight, I think the Nets at home is the play for me, man. Everything points to that direction. So give me the Nets and the points here, bro.
Yeah, real. Murray is in. I don't think it makes too big of a difference, but one of those players is in, so that does help. Technically, this is a revenge game for the Nuggets. The Nets already beat them at the house. This was real early in the season, one of the first games in the season. But like you say, no Millsap. They are off a pretty terrible loss. You know, we know before that they won 6 straight games. I didn't make a play in the side in this one. I wanted to take the Nuggets, but I wanted to see the late injuries, but no Millsap and no Harris. Both of those are out, but you know what I'm saying? Jamal Murray is going to play. But Joe Harris comes back and Allen Crabbe comes back for the Nets. I'm not so big on the Crabbe one. I mean, he's going to be a boost out there for them, but I'm sure he's going to be pretty rusty. But the fact that he's out there should give them a little bit of boost. Obviously, Joe Harris playing, that definitely helps as well. I wanted to take the under if Harris was out because I feel like he really hurts. He really helps the offense out. And when he's out, then that hurts the offense. But he is going to play. It's a tough one to call, man. I could see the Nets getting it together at the house, but the Nuggets, they were rolling. Then now they came off that 20-point loss versus the Pistons. We know they're not the same team on the road. So I couldn't force myself to make a play. I can make a case for both sides in this one. And usually when I do that, I just stay away from it.
You want me to go around? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So looking at this game, the first thing that stood out to me was maybe taking the over at 225.5, because you just saw what Detroit did to the Nuggets a game ago. They scored 129 points, I believe, on the Nuggets. I don't know how Detroit scored over 100 points. So it kind of gets me worried a little bit, but I think the over might be a good play here. I know Denver's a good defensive team, but they're not fully healthy. And then the +4 with the Nets, I don't think that's available anymore, but I was leaning that way too at first glance at these stats. So I don't know. I'm leaning more towards the over.
No, I like the over too, but Denver, to me, their offense is a different team on the goddamn road. I'll pull up their numbers real quick about what they score on the road. But I just don't like Denver on the road, man. They just played a Detroit team who we've seen for the past 3 games before that. Detroit had total problems scoring any kind of offense. Yeah, they had Ish back. They had some players back. But their offense didn't increase as much as it increased over a Denver team. And it wasn't just Denver's offense that scared me. It was their defense, the lack of effort on defense that concerned me too on the road. Maybe that affects them. I don't know what Denver's mindset is when they sit on the road. But like I'm saying, they're 10-16 ATS. It's a tough team I want to trust against a team like the Nets they lose a score, get a score back. They lose a piece, they gain a piece. This team keeps showing us they can score buckets. So, Teddy, what you're saying about the over 225 was a play I was leaning to on this spot, but it's not one of the overs to the card that I really like the most. I suggest in play it, but Jay Money make a nice case too. And Murray is in. Earlier, Jay, when I checked it, it still had him listed as game time decision. And it has shown Harris out for sure. But, yeah, now it's showing Murray's playing. He's coming off the bench. And Harris and what's our buddy name? Millsap are out. So, yeah, bro, I have to go with the home team in this spot, man. I mean, you're giving me a home team who's 9-1 last 10 home games. You're giving me damn near 4 points with them. If you want to buy up to the 4, I'll buy up to the 4. I don't see the Nets making any kind of trade tonight that's going to impact this roster before the game starts tonight. As for Denver, I think they should make a trade, but I don't think if they make a trade, it will be any of the pieces that's playing tonight. I think they should have moved on from Millsap, if you really ask me. I think I would have got rid of Millsap and tried to heavily go after Gasol if I was Denver, but doesn't look like the case to me that's going to happen. So, yeah, that's my final thoughts on here. And new setup in the background. I already have a parlay out. You guys want to tell it. I'm writing down the plays every time. You guys keep track of the plays, whatever you guys want to do. Chat, anybody. The plays will go up after I make them. They'll be up there. So that it is what it is. But what's your thoughts on the total, J Money?
Yeah, on this total, I still want to lean to the under, man. Like I say, I did want to bet it, but Joe Harris was a real big piece for me for the over or under. I mean, once he was announced in, I had to stay away because if Harris was out, that definitely would have had to take this under. We saw how they played the last game without him. I mean, they only had 94 points versus the Bucks. In the game before that, they only had 89 versus Orlando. So they hadn't even cracked 100 points the last few games. It's two ways of looking at it. I mean, they could bounce back offensively tonight. The Nuggets have been one of the worst defensive teams as far as in the first half, but then they pick it up in the second half. So we never really know how the Nuggets are going to come out here. Like I say, they're not so good on the road, but they should be pissed coming off that 20-point road defeat to the Pistons. So I'm thinking that maybe they want to try to lock down, giving up those damn near 130 points. They may want to lock down. And I still like the Nets as a defensive team. I mean, we know Jared Allen, you're not taking nothing in that motherfucker without him trying to block your shit or at least give you a strong foul. So I'm sorry, man. I have to lean to the under, Nielsen, because I like the way the Nets play defense at the house, and they don't really just push the pace. I mean, it depends on the team that they're playing. So if the Nuggets decide to push the pace in this game, then obviously it will go over. But if they want to lock down and play defense and not give up 130 points again, I could see it going under. So this is kind of sort of a high total to me.
Hey, my man Wisdom said there won't be a lot of defense in this game, Wisdom. I mean, I can disagree with you on that aspect of it. My aspect of it is what Jay just touched on, man. I like Jared Allen. People laughed at me, Teddy B, when I said Jared Allen will be an all-star. Not this year, but this guy will be an all-star. Jared Allen is a nice player. He's a true big, and he's learning how to shoot from deep. I love this cat. Like in the league, man, just the way he approaches every single game. He walks in there with, I don't care who he's defending, what team he's playing against. He walks in every single game with confidence. Like he knows his name is Jared Allen, and he's going to get you what he's going to get you every single game. He doesn't shy down from anybody. And the Nets have the bodies to put on Jokic out there. That's what the Denver wants to do. They want to go to their big out there, especially when they have no guard play. They're going to go to him. You got Carroll out there. You got Hollis Jefferson out there. You got bodies you can throw on them. Ed Davis. Yeah, Ed Davis ain't a big factor, but he's a bigger body. He's going to defend. He's going to grab a couple of fouls, and his fouls are going to count when he fouls you too. You're going to feel those things. So, Teddy B, what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, Allen is definitely a surprise, but it seemed he went to Texas, I believe, and I feel like Texas is always producing those bigs, him, Mo Bamba, Miles Turner. So I'm surprised, the way he's definitely been playing. But sorry, go ahead, Real.
Oh, no, I'm talking to my wife. I'm trying to get my wife. Everybody's saying my background, too. It's saying it's too small. They can't see it. I didn't want to write it too big, but we'll get to the games. I point out to them when we get to them. My bad, Teddy B. I was talking to my wife, bro.
No, you're good, man. But no, the Nets, man, the surprising as the Kings this year, man. The fact that we gave up D'Angelo Russell to them basically for cap relief, and now we're seeing that he's an all-star and what he's doing is it's just amazing to see what the Nets are, especially after that big trade they made and basically set the franchise back, and now they bounced back and now they're one of the up-and-coming teams. So very surprising to the Nets.
No doubt. And real quick, Teddy, I know where you at. I don't know. We have our conversations in our chat. We talk about them dabs. We talk about that good tree. And I tell you and Jay Money, ain't no fire tree like we have out here in the West Coast. I'm in Las Vegas, but we got some great dabbies in Las Vegas. I'm from Portland. If you guys don't think I went home and stocked up this weekend when I went to go see my kids, y'all have me highly up that part. Guess what? It's dabby time, baby. It's 420 at Kings Court. It's time to get dabby. Get your dabs ready. Hit that shit one time. Take a deep pull and get ready to cap the rest of the car with King Rail, J Money, and my man Teddy B. You only get one dab time, and you'll catch that on Kings Court. Always, man. So that's how we do it, baby. Dab time, 420 every single day. Anything else you guys want to add on this game before we move on?
Nah, that's it for me. That's it for me on this one.
You too, Teddy?
Yeah, I've already said I'm leaning over. I'm gonna probably in play, like you said. That'd probably be the smartest idea to do.
Play in play. Well, let's get to this next game, man. Anybody asking? This is the first play of my parlay builder that I'm building, and a single bet I have. I'm on the Bucks first half money line. Next game, we'll talk about it when we get to it. But the first one of my bets in my parlay is the Bucks money line first half, and I'm on the Bucks full game -11. The Wizards are bad defensively. I don't give a shit what nobody's saying. With that John Fall incident that just happened, he's going to be out 2 years. I'll try and explain to my buddy today at the Sportsbook about why this Wizards team should move either Otto Porter or Bradley Beal right now. They're going to be locked up cap-wise. I'm hoping the Wizards make some kind of trade right now. Go get some pieces, some assets. Yeah, you could probably build a team around Bradley Beal, but you're going to have to get rid of at least Otto Porter. One of them contracts have to go in order for you to sign more players to keep this team relevant for the next couple of years. So I'm hoping the Wizards make a trade when it comes to Otto Porter, but if they don't, I mean, the Wizards are 1-4 last 5 ATS and straight up on the road. They're 2-11 last 13 on the road. This is an awful defensive team. The Bucks just beat this team. Now the Bucks are at home. I'm not shying away from it. I seen the line drop from 12 to 11. I'm giving me the Bucks in this spot -11, man. I capped this game at an easy 17-point Bucks win. I don't see why it shouldn't be that. Jay, thoughts?
Yep. So this is what I got on this one, man. They played twice already. The Bucks, they rolling right now. They 4-0 straight up and ATS last 4. They are off of a 5-game road trip. This is the first game back, so that makes me a little bit weary. But I mean, the Wizards, they just got their ass toasted, man, by the Hawks. I mean, I was on that game, but come on now, if you look at the spot, Atlanta in the last game of a 7-game road trip, it was like their 6th game in 10 days. It was a terrible spot for the Hawks. I mean, they came out there and just trashed the Wizards up by like 20 points pretty much the whole game in Washington. So, I mean, when I see that, it's just absolutely terrible. It could be a bounce back game for them at some point, but they're just way too thin. I mean, the Bucks, they can get any points in the paint that they want in this game. Should be super easy. So, the only way I can see it is if the Wizards get hot from 3, but I just don't see it, man. The Bucks, they play good perimeter defense. They have the players to lock down on the little bitty guards that the Wizards do have. They don't have any big men. Brook Lopez should have a field day. I'm sorry, man. Giannis should be able to drive in and get whatever points that he wants. I see the Bucks just smashing the Wizards here. So I'm hoping, you know what I'm saying, maybe not for a late backdoor cover. I'm not on the Bucks full game, but I definitely do see them blowing out the Wizards here.
Yeah, I agree, man. This is a total mismatch. If anything, I was looking at the first half at 6.5. Man, I really wish it was 5.5, and I'd be all over that, man. That 6.5 kind of worries me a little bit, but the Bucks have been one of the best first half cover teams this year. So I see them rolling from the start, man. And how the hell do you tell your Achilles, man, at your house? I think there's a story behind that, man. There's got to be a story where
Teddy, that's a lie, Teddy. It's a lie, Teddy. It's a lie, bro. It's a cover up, bro. That didn't happen, bro. He was doing some other shit, and that's the excuse they give. It's a PR move, Teddy. You clearly see through that too, bro.
Right. Yeah. I was very shocked that they even stated that he was at his house. I just don't know how you tear your Achilles at home. Shit. But that's besides the point. I don't know, man. His big max contract kicks in next year. So I don't know how they're going to unload that contract because he won't play next year. And then after that, he'll be what, 30, 31? I don't, man. I think that was a horrible. Yeah, it was a horrible.
Teddy, that's the what's the name from Chicago? What Derrick Rose type of injury right there? Yep. He just basically has. Do you see him coming back better than D Rose? I wanted to yes or no from you, Teddy and J Money. This is a Derrick Rose type of injury. Do we see John Wall coming back at Rose's level right now, or do we see him even coming back to the league? Think he get his money and go?
I don't personally think he's on Derrick Rose's level because Derrick Rose was committed to coming back. To me, John Wall is all about the money, the clubbing. So I don't think we'll ever see John Wall back to what he was before the injury. So I don't think he's going to be back if he comes back to being the same player.
Exactly. It's going to take dedication. I mean, we know that it's a big injury. I also think that's total bullshit. I was just thinking, I mean, how the hell could you be in your house? I don't give a damn how big or small, which I'm pretty sure he got a big ass house. It ain't like he just hitting his shit on the table and shit like he's staying in a 1-bedroom apartment or something. Come on, man. Ruptures Achilles. You know how fucking hard that is to do? Get the fuck out of here, man. But as far as him coming back, like Teddy says, this guy's a partier. It's going to have to take hard work and dedication for you to come back. If you see DeMarcus Cousins come back from his Achilles injury, it's going to take time and it takes a shitload of dedication, man. Like I said, you got to get your hours in the gym. It's going to take a while for you to come back. You have to be ready mentally. I'm not sure if he's ready to do that. If he does come back, I don't think he'll be the same. I looked at it. He gets paid a shitload of money, like $30 million plus these next 4 years. Even one of them touched $40 million, man. That's a shitload of money. I don't think he's necessarily worth it. And this is pretty crazy how this whole debacle has went down. But I'm not really a fan of John Wall regardless, so I don't feel like that he'll come back.
Debacle. My man, this debacle, bro. This you sound like you been hanging out with Stephen A. Smith on the set of Young and the Restless. Come out the debacle, J Money.
Hey, yeah, I just look like this, man. I'm kind of smart too. You know what I'm saying? I know I got tattoos and all this, and you know what I'm saying? I didn't even go to college, but hey, I listened in school, man.
I feel you, my man said debacle, bro. That was funny. My eyes went up. I was like, God damn, my man hit me with some words over here. I was counting all the syllables. I was like, man, my man got it over here. But we got a funny show, man. We got a funny chat. Somebody said they could have the Dwight Howard injury. I doubt John Wall have a Dwight Howard injury, man. He just don't seem like that type of guy. But I have watched the stuff with D'Angelo Hall recently, so it is out there in the open, but you know what I mean? Who knows? But and then my daughter in the chat talk about I look like I'm on Pixels, like I belong on one of these cartoons or something. Our man Larry's out the office today. We're doing our show through Google, differently from the live views. And I listen, y'all. I'm broke, but I'm rich, but I'm broke. So I've been low key paying on me a little MacBook, right? I'm cheap, bro. I'm hella cheap when it comes to me. I'm hella cheap. Like every week, I go into the Apple store in my little place I'm getting my laptop from, and I drop $50 on it. I'm only like $900 away, but I'm gonna get it though. Yeah, I'm gonna get it though. No trip. I'll be out of Pixel for. I'm just cheap when it comes to me, y'all. I'm so cheap when it comes to myself, man. I really spend money on my kids and just buying stuff in my house and my car and shit like that. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel. You know what I mean? But on to the next game to cap. Anyway, do we all agree on the Bucks -11 besides J Money? You said you don't have a play on this game?
Yeah, I didn't take it, but I mean I do agree with that. I mean it's at 10.5 at my book. So if you want to get the Bucks, it looks like if you know what I'm saying, line shop the right way, it looks like you can get 10.5. So I'm not really sure why that line is dipping, but I do lean to the Bucks here. It shouldn't be close. I mean, especially like the Wizards play. If they play like they played versus the Hawks, they'll get blew out by 40 points here.
My man said, "Real, I look like how the '90s, bruh. You cold for that? You mean I'm on the right side? I'm on the one where you gotta crowd around the screen to see a clear image of y'all cold blooded. I look like '90s porn, bro. Y'all cold. I look like Channel 50. Man, I can't rock with y'all, bro. Y'all cold as hell, bro. Y'all cold as hell. But I got a question though, Teddy. I know you're a prop guy. What's your thoughts on Giannis, man? Over 45 total points, rebounds, and assists tonight.
I mean, at first glance, man, I would lean over. But it just depends, man. What if they're blowing these guys out by the fourth quarter and they sit them out midway through the fourth and then you don't get the full playing time? So I don't know, man. It sounds like a good play, but we don't know, man. I expect a killing here.
Hey, thoughts, Jay Money? It said look like NBA Live 95. Man, they funny in here, bro. What's your thoughts, Jay?
Yeah, on that Giannis, exactly what Teddy says. That's pretty high for points, rebounds, assists total, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm pretty sure his is points, rebounds, and like you say, assists. But 40 something, I don't know, man. He should get over it. He should go for 30 points tonight, but I mean, you never really know. Hopefully they will be blowing them out, but I would still look towards the over in that one. Another one. Somebody mentioned to me on Twitter. In this Spurs game, they were saying Rudy Gay over. So we'll mention that one. We talk about that game, but that's just another. I don't really play props, but sometimes obviously with certain players out, you can find good value in a certain player. That's for the people that play, you know what I'm saying, the fantasy lineups and all this shit. I don't really do it, but I'm sure you can still make some money off of it.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. Our man in the chat, Doug Anderson, said Brook Lopez double plus 850. That's worth a $20 spot. I'm saying I don't have that, but that's worth a $20 spot going up against the Wizards. I don't knock that at all, man. I've seen Brook Lopez come out some games and knock down 3 3-pointers in the first quarter. I'll be the highest scoring guy in the game in the first quarter. So hey, I like that plus 850 for $20, man. Take that bet.
Hey, Rail. I forgot to kind of see. I'm gonna get for the listeners out there. I took a college game that's in play. I took Maryland on the money line at +3, and I was watching it live, and it got all the way to +6.5. Now they're up by 1. So if you can get Maryland at any point at +2.5 or higher, I would maybe put a 1 unit on it. The last 2 matchups, they've won outright against Nebraska. Nebraska at this point in the season, they're going downwards. Maryland is it's a top 25 team. I would maybe look and live bet it if you can get points with them.
Hey, y'all here telling me, why y'all roasting me in here, man? Talking about I look like Stephon Marbury in NBA Jam. Y'all cold, bro. Hey, I like the roasting, bro. Y'all funny, bro. Keep those. I like that type of humor, bro. That lifts my spirits right there. I love the roast, bro. I'm a comedian, bro, so I love that shit right there, bro. That's funny, bro. Like I look like Stephon Marbury on NBA Jam. Y'all cold in here. Hey, Teddy, I like to play. Jay or Teddy, which one of y'all want to listen to this next game, bro? Feel free, and then the next man follow up after that.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'll lead us to this next game. I'm pretty sure we're going to talk about this Bulls and Pelicans game. This is another one where it was one I had to wait on the injuries. All the starters that have been out, pretty much most of them are out except for Randall. He is going to come off the bench. It would be really nice if he wasn't in. I can't say I would probably going to hop on the Bulls if all of them were out again. I know that the Pelicans have been playing well. They're even though they've lost the last 3, they're still 4-0. 4-0 ATS the last 4. So the only game that they had won without all those players was the Rockets game. I mean, there was some pretty crazy shit. They beat them in Houston, but all those other games, they've been kind of close. I mean, if you had Indy early, then if you had a -1.5, obviously you cash because it closed at 3.5 and they end up winning by 2. So that one's, you know what I'm saying, a little bit on the fence or whatever. But the Pelicans going on the road in this one, we just don't know if the Bulls are going to want to win games. I mean, they really have been playing competitively, you know what I'm saying, these past few games. They barely missed the cover versus the Hornets. It was pretty much up a bunch of that game, you know what I'm saying, and then lost the cover in the fourth quarter. So pretty much everybody's coming back to play. They're going to have Wayne Selden playing tonight. Jabari Parker is coming back, you know what I'm saying? So it's a tough one to call, but I do lean to the Bulls here, but I couldn't get to the window as Teddy Covers would say. I couldn't get to the window with it, and I also lean to the under. The Pelicans, they hadn't been scoring points since all these starters been out, and I don't think Randall will play many minutes tonight as well. So as long as they're missing Payton out there, he's the main guy that really pushed the pace. Last 3 went under. I lean to the under in this game.
Teddy B.
I don't really have any thoughts on this with the Pelicans, with the whole AD thing going on, man. Like you said, I wouldn't bet any teams that are in trade talks. So I'm completely off of the game. The under might be a play, like Jay was saying, but I'm officially off of this game completely.
Hey, to me, everybody, this is hey, listen, y'all. I'm in a goofy mood. I'm actually back in my normal King Rail mood, happy-go-lucky kind of guy. I gotta apologize to SBR too. People are saying in the chat that big man left SBR. I don't know what big man did. I don't know. But listen, SBR, I'm happy to be a part of this company. I love what I do. I love sitting out here making a platform for me and my guys. I appreciate it. I know I put out a bunch of bullshit like I'm walking the way that I'm leaving, but bro, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I have so many problems going on in life, and guess what? I don't separate them. I'm in go mode all the time. You know what I mean? If I'm pissed off over here and this guy says something to me, guess what? You getting all that rage I had over here. That's just me. So SBR get a lot of my bullshit, but I ain't going nowhere. I don't know what big man doing. Me and Big Man got a competition right now. Past 2 days, I've been shit. I'm like, bro, I've been shit. Y'all watch the show. I lost the last 5. Cold part about the competition is we have no money lines. So we had a day, right, Teddy, where I pick money lines on the show. J Money, I pick money lines. But in the contest, I can't pick those. Those same teams win, but they didn't win on the money line. They lost the spread. They won the money line, but they lost the spread. So, and I still lose. You know what I mean? So that's how shit work out. I can't trip over that shit. We got a bet going that he'll vouch to it too, man. Some of these games we had, some of these days we had some bad days to bet, some bad decisions, and we had to take whatever was given to us. So if he beat me, he beat me. We're doing it for fun. I don't care. But Big Man is SBR for life. I plan on being SBR for life. J Money plan on being SBR for life. And we soon have Teddy B signed to be SBR for life.
Hold on, man. I thought I was future odd shark for life.
No, Teddy. You Laker for life.
Real.
Laker for life. We want Teddy to be Blazer for life.
Real.
I meant to change that. We want Teddy to be Blazer for life. Fuck everything else. Blazer for life. Come aboard, bro. We could use one more. But back to this Pelicans game, man. Pelicans are 4-11 in last 15 road games. The 3-7 straight up last 10 games versus. I'm worried about this Pelicans team. Randall's on the block. Mirotic is on the block. Both of these gentlemen are on the block tonight. And it sounds like the way Pelicans are doing. Anthony Davis wanted to play tonight. They said, nope, you cannot play. He asked to play last game too, and they told him, nope, he cannot play. So what? You're telling the man he can't play now, but after the trade deadline that he can't play? Nah, that gives me clear signs as a clear individual. You plan on trading Anthony Davis sometime tonight, somewhere. You plan on offloading Mirotic too, somewhere, and Randall somewhere tonight. It may not come before the game, but it's going to come tonight. Somewhere AD will be gone, somewhere Mirotic will be gone, and somewhere Randall will be gone. But Randall has a good thing with the staff right now, so he may stick around. Bro, I cannot back the Pelicans in this spot. I have to rock with the Bulls over here, and I have to rock with the under. I don't see that many points. The Bulls have an offense that they can score. They can put up points, but they are a very inconsistent offense. They'll brick about 4 or 5 shots and then go on a 5-0 run, brick about another 2 more shots and go on a 7-0 run. That's the Bulls for you. Give me the under in this game, man. Under 227.5 was my play, and I'm sticking with it.
Yeah, real. The under in this game looks like the play. We just got to trade in. It looks like if you got the Bucks, that should look even better. Otto Porter shouldn't be playing tonight. Looks like the Bulls, they get Otto Porter, and then the Wizards get Bobby Portis and Jabari Parker from the Bulls. So obviously, it's looking like.
Hold on, Jay. Repeat that. We just had a trade.
Yeah, we just had a trade. This just came in right now. The Bulls get Otto Porter, and then the Wizards they get they get Bobby Portis and Jabari Parker. So obviously we would assume that no Portis tonight and no Jabari Parker for the Bulls, and obviously no Porter for the Wizards. So, I mean, if you like the Bucks, your chances just went up. Both of these lines probably just went off. I know the Bucks game is going to start here in a second, but I definitely couldn't hop on the Bulls here without Bobby Portis and Jabari Parker here. I know that the Pelicans have a bunch of people missing, but this makes me lean to the under even more.
Jay, I'm confused. I'm pulling it up. You saying the Bucks or the Bucks and the Bulls? I mean, who made the trade, bro? I'm trying to pull my shit up right now. What are you saying? Like
the Wizards. The Wizards made the trade.
Okay, Wizards, but you saying the Bucks. So we're talking about what I just spoke about a little while ago to you and Teddy B in the chat about how the Wizards must trade Bradley Beal or Otto Porter, right?
Yeah.
Now we watching Otto Porter walk away, right?
Yeah.
And they don't want to come watch King's Court and put King's Court, bruh. We give another. I'm telling y'all, bro. I fucking know the NBA, y'all. I dream this shit. I sleep this shit. I do this shit. I love NBA. I love it with a passion, bro. I dream and I cap in my sleep, bro. I swear to God, bro. I love this shit. Bro, it is what it is. So, Jay, what's the play then, bro? I'm telling whatever you tell me to tell right now with that trade, Jay. What we on?
With this play, I have to take the under in this game. The under looks a whole lot more appealing to me in this game. I'm not going to necessarily just makes me want to hop on the Pelicans, but I do lean to the Pelicans in this spot, and the under is an official play for me. And like I say, the only thing I was saying about the Bucks was if you have the Bucks, then this only helps your cause. You know what I'm saying? This should make you feel a lot better about your Bucks play. Not saying that you didn't feel good about it already, because the Wizards were already, you know what I'm saying, pretty much too small for this game. Without Otto Porter, it's another starter down. It's even more reason why they should get absolutely trounced tonight.
Teddy B.
Like I said, man, I'm completely off of this game, but with the Pelicans game. But if we're talking about the Bucks game, I'm on the first half now officially, and I hope I can get the line at 6.5. I don't know if my book blocked it out. So I'll probably tell Jay on the under, if anything.
Yeah, I was definitely that was one of my plays too. I got him. I'm on the under. That was one of my highest play. I tweeted out. Teddy, you in chat? You see the under 2? Jay on under 2. When me and Jay on something, we gotta take it, bro. You know what I mean, you gotta rock with it, man. And it's still sitting there. The under was a play to me all day. That screams under. Somebody said my dads must be fired because this dude was all over the place. No, I just like the fact that I know that my capping isn't off. I know my man Jay's capping isn't off, and a lot of guys are respecting it who cap at basketball capping isn't off. We know trade deadline is a tricky time to bet any kind of NBA for you. You will see trades, and I advised everybody earlier to wait until tip-off to make your bets. I said that. Wait until tip-off tonight to make your bets, because you will see trades and you will see shit, and you don't want to be on the wrong side of it. Clear example right here. To anybody who backed the Wizards tonight, where are the points coming from? Now the Wizards are desperately in trouble tonight. The Bucks, on the other hand, they made a small trade, but it didn't affect their eternal core of their team. So be careful. You know what I mean? Lakers, if they were playing tonight, I definitely will fade, because a trade's coming somewhere. Certain teams you got to watch for tonight. Teddy B, bring us to the next game, brother.
Let me see here. Sorry, I'm watching this game, man. I'm just pounding on this Maryland game. What we're talking after the Pelicans game, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so then it'd be the Charlotte-Dallas game, wouldn't it be?
Yes, sir.
All right. So at first glance, I took a shot with the half unit on Dallas minus 5.5. I don't know what your guys' thought on this. I just think it's a good time to back Dallas, especially after Charlotte had that blown game last night. I just think this is a good spot to take Dallas at 5.5. And Jay, I'm sure we'll have more information on this game since he's a Mavs fan.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I got plenty of info on this one, Teddy. And the whole thing about this game is I'm looking at the Mavericks, and I want to take them. I mean, there's two type of ways you could look at it. The way that they dominated the Hornets last time, you could just say that they match up really well versus them. The only thing is there's hidden things in this game. The last time that they blew, for one, first off, the Mavs are a totally different team right now. We know they still got Luka, but other than that, they have 3 new players that's playing tonight. They're not just gonna gel like that off. You know what I'm saying, automatic. I know a lot of people like the Mavericks tonight, and they obviously are the better team. The Hornets, they're terrible on the road. They're 7-18 on the road. They just gave up a 20-point lead last night, but I mean, they could come in super pissed about this one. If you guys watch the Low Bag show, you guys know I'm on the Hornets in the first quarter and the first half of this game. I got them on the money line plus 140 on the first quarter, and I got them on the money line plus 160 on the first half. So in the second half, the Mavs could get it together and pull it together. But as far as coming out early, I feel like the Hornets will be super pissed for 2 reasons. Giving up that loss, giving up that the lead last night at home versus the Clippers, and the worst loss in franchise history where they lost to the Mavericks 122-84, and that was at home. They have to have that in the back of their minds. That was a totally different team, a Mavericks team that beat them as well. DeAndre Jordan had 8 points and 13 rebounds. Wesley Matthews had 11 points in that game, and Dennis Smith Jr. was their highest scorer with 18 points and 7 assists in that game. All 3 of those players are gone, and those are the main ones that dominated that game against the Hornets. They're a totally different team right now. They have no real center. They have Max Keebler running at center. I'm sorry. I don't care if it is Bismack Biyombo or Cody Zeller out there. Max Keebler or whoever they have out there will get abused on the boards and on the block. So it should be a fast-paced game. You have nothing but guards pretty much playing each other. Tim Hardaway Jr., Trey Burke, and Lee are all going to play tonight versus the Mavs. I'm just worried that the chemistry isn't going to gel just that quickly. It would be pretty tough to say that the Mavs will come out here and beat them again like they did. It's already a revenge game. And then now they got 3 new players that they're trying to implement into the system. No real bigs. I have to lean to the Hornets full game in this one, but I'm definitely on the money line first quarter and full game. First quarter and first half on money line, and I also took the over first half.
Everything you said earlier, this is what I watched you talk about too on Lowback show earlier, and we talked about it too, me and you personally in the chat, bro. I think the over in this game is a plus, bro. But what is everything you just touched on with right now with the Mavs being guard heavy? They brought over scoring guards, bro. Tim Hardaway, wasn't he averaging like 19 points in New York over there? Averaged about 3 assists. Trey Burke is putting in baskets too. I think the Tim Hardaway, Luka comparison matchup, a tandem is going to be great in Dallas. I think this is something that, I don't think Tim Hardaway is no bitch. I think he's a player, bro. I think, he's a ball player. He was just up in New York. And right now, it seems like players in New York, when you're up there right now, the fact they losing, the fact they have nothing to look forward to, you kind of lose hope, man. Your shoulders start to drop a little bit. You know what I mean? When you realize you ain't getting that raise at work and I'm just working a dead-end job, that's how they kind of feel up there in New York, man. I think Tim Hardaway is going to be rejuvenated. I think Burke is going to be rejuvenated up here in Dallas, man. And the Dallas team is going to be a fun team. Listen, I think Dallas is going to be y'all the Midwest, right, in Dallas, J Money?
Yes, sir.
Midwest? Y'all going to be the Midwest Golden State Warriors, I think, next year. Personally, I think that's how you guys are going to look. I don't mean by three-point shooting-wise. I mean by excitement-wise, the way you guys play the basketball game, the way you guys look out there on the court. This is going to be an exciting team next year. I think with the addition to Tim Hardaway, it's going to be great. That's why my first parlay today is the Bucks first half money line and the over 109. With all these guards, I expect nothing but shots. Whoever Dallas puts in their rotation at the 1 or the 2 or the 3 to be scorers. And lately, even Harrison Barnes put up a couple of points in his recent games. I don't see too much defense in this game. And, Jay, I'm with you on the Charlotte Hornets first half. I took them +3. I don't see how the Hornets lost that game at home last night, bro. Plus up 24 points, lose to a Clippers team who then turns around and trade their best player on their team. NBA is some storybook shit at times. It's crazy how that happened, but the Hornets shouldn't have lost that game. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Hornets actually won this game tonight with what you just touched on, the chemistry issues. It's going to take guys time to gel. But when you can't gel with a team, what do you know to do? How do you show your worth for the new team or a pickup game you step onto? We all play basketball. We walk up to the court right now. We play a pickup game. The one thing we want to make sure we do is rebound, score points, and play defense. And I figure that every new asset for Dallas is going to try to do that tonight. Tim Hardaway's a scorer, and Trey is a scorer. They're going to want to put up baskets. So give me the over 109 first half and full game over 215.
Yeah, real. You touched on perfect points, man. Like I say, it's going to be pretty much an all-guard lineup out there. I wouldn't be surprised to see them have Harrison Barnes at the 4 or some shit like that, and they have just number guards. I see running and gunning. I know the money is on the under, but I'm sorry, man. You're going to have number guards out here playing. We know how the Hornets play. They're not really a defensive team, and like I say, they should eat on the boards. They should get some easy offensive putbacks, all type of shit, man. I'm with you, real. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I didn't play the full game, but I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see the Hornets win this game straight up. This is one of my greatest angles, man. It's a big revenge game off of one of the worst franchise losses already. The Mavs could have the same team, and I would still be on these same bets. They don't. They have new players. That makes it even better. I have to play this shit. The Mavs are still the superior team. They could come out here and blow shit out the Hornets again. I can say I would love to see that happen, but as far as my money, I'm on the plus money for the first quarter and the first half money line. I'm also also on the over with my guy Real at the 109. And also, guys, I did just hop on the Pelicans. I did get it at a pick. I also it just moved to 1.5. I would still take it at 1.5. I do think that the Pelicans will beat the Bulls tonight. So that's just a quick pick. I did take the Pelicans and I did take the under.
Yeah, no, and back to touch on, man, I'm not fucking with the Hornets. I'll be straight up honest, man. They cost me a 3-team parlay yesterday. That would have paid me over $1,000, man. And the fact that they blew that lead makes it 10 times worse, man. I don't want anything to do with the Hornets. I hope Kemba leaves. I hope he comes to the Lakers in the offseason. Wishful thinking. But no, to be honest, man, I understand the revenge factor, and I understand they blew that lead, so they might come out strong. I just think here, I think the Mavericks are going to win this game, and I think they're going to cover the 5.5. I put a half unit on it, so I guess I'm going up against you guys. So we'll see.
Hey, Ted, the only reason why I wouldn't be on, I definitely would be on Mavs in this spot if it wasn't for the fact this is their first time playing together type of shit. You know what I mean? A new team, haven't had too many practices on their belt. I would definitely hop on this spot if it was after All-Star break. Few practices under their belt, but right now I just see offense coming from Mavs. Not too much defense, not too many set plays, not too many, but we got to play set up for this guy, set up for that guy. I mean, Luka out there with the ball in his hand, trying to get Tim Hardaway and everybody else shots. That's what we're going to see tonight. And, of course, Luka getting his money. So that's the only reason why I'm not only like a side total in this game besides the first half +3, because the Hornets, like Jay touched on, they have to be pissed, bro. I mean, their local media was trashing them today about being up by 20-some points and losing that game, bro. They have to be hot about that. Yeah, it's a back-to-back, but when you're running off emotion and steam, you don't even feel the fatigue. They want to come out tonight probably early, like Jay said. How I'm thinking, put up some points, show that hey, last night was some bullshit, and then whatever it is. But 5.5 to ask a Mavs team to cover who has no cohesiveness right now is a tough thing to do, bro. It's just a tough thing to do, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, no, and that's why we have each of our opinions, and I only put half a unit. I know it's a new cohesive unit, but these guys are veterans, man, and I still think I think Dallas covers. But you guys could be right. Charlotte could come out here with the revenge, and we just blew that fucking 20-point lead at home to the Clippers, but we'll see.
Yeah, Teddy, we can both win. We all rooting for each other. You know what I'm saying? I'm on first quarter and first half, and you're on full game. I could definitely see the Mavs maybe going into halftime, you know what I'm saying, losing the game, and then they get Rick Carlisle. I do feel like he's a good coach, and they have had a few practices to get together. I just feel like in the first half, you know what I'm saying, they won't really have together, and I feel like the Hornets will come out a little bit more pissed. You know what I'm saying? That's enough time on this game, but the Mavericks could definitely come back in the second half and cover this game. Like I say, my guys, they like the Mavs to cover it. I can't ride it today. I can't bet them today, like Real says, with this new team. It's going to take some time to get it together. But like I say, they are the better team. The Hornets could run out of gas in the second half. But I'm hoping they come out firing that motherfucking first quarter and that first half, man. I need that +140 and that +160, the cash for me, baby, man. So we going to get to these last two games real quick.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, and we all can win this. I'm not on the full game, bro. I have no side in the game. I have the first half +3. I have the over first half, 109.5, and I have the full game over 215. So those are my plays. I mean, I agree with you, Teddy. I think Dallas is a phenomenal team right now, even without Porzingis over there. They're a better team now than they were with Dennis Smith and DeAndre Jordan, if you ask me. Even with Kuber playing at center, they obviously must figure that situation out. They obviously going to figure they're going to sign somebody who get wavered. That's how I'm looking at it. J Money, you probably see it the same way. It's going to be a waiver signing to replace that over there.
Quick thing here, Real. Quick thing here, because I know we got to get touched on these other games. You're talking about trade right now. There's rumors that they might move Batum. Do you think that factors into this game at all?
If they move Batum tonight, Dallas is definitely a play.
Because there's rumors.
This is the toughest night to bet NBA. The toughest past week and a half. To me, as a capper, bro, to J Money, who we do this, like, capping NBA is my job, bro. Like, this is what I do for a living. This is how I pay my bills, capping basketball. If it's NBA, WNBA, fucking overseas basketball, whatever the fuck. I'll cap a Mythic League if it's out there. I mean, my bad, Little People League. Little People League. I'm sorry. I gotta watch I gotta watch what I say. But I cap a Little People League if it's gonna pay me right. But we don't have so much time on here. So let's get to the last couple of games though. But hey, Teddy B, yeah, everybody, trade deadline, tread lightly. I think my surest bet tonight, before even all the trade shit, was the Bucks. That's the one I'm most positive on at all tonight is the Bucks. I like the Bucks a lot, and I like the over in Dallas. Those are my two favorite picks for myself tonight. Plus, I have Bucks -11, Nets +3.5, Bucks first quarter over 215 Charlotte Dallas, over first half 109 Charlotte Dallas, and a parlay that's Bucks money line over 109 in Charlotte and Dallas first half +149. But Teddy B, I gotta get your opinion on this. It's you in LA. Suns or Jazz? Jazz -15 points, bro. I mean, goddamn, bro. Thoughts?
I mean, these lines, the next two games are pretty big. And in the NBA, like I said, I shy away from laying over 10 points typically. But man, the Phoenix is really bad. I honestly would probably in-play this. Hopefully Phoenix keeps it close and maybe you can get it at 10 or under 10 and then jump on it. But that's what I would do on this game.
Yeah, I know it look like a high line, man, but shit, look, y'all, they call me J Money is money, man. I say lay that shit. Fuck that, man. The Suns have been fucking terrible, bro. And then no Booker. Oh, hell no, bro. I gotta hop on the Jazz here, man. If it's some late fugazi shit, hey, I just have to fall victim to it. Before the game, looking at this, everything points to the Jazz here, man. I know that the NBA can set traps, all type of shit. A lot of these big favorites, it's been, you know what I'm saying, some late shit going on. But in this one, with the Jazz coming off that loss by 27 points to the Rockets at the house, and then a few all-star snubs. Usually when you see that, man, it's good to see those little all-star snubs when players are pissed. They come out the next game or next few games, you know what I'm saying, and show it. So I'm pretty big on the Jazz here at -14.5. I know it's a shitload of points, but I think this line is high for a reason. But I think they might be about 15 at the end of the first half, and I hope that they don't look back behind that. So, like I say, no Booker in this one. I said if Booker was out, I would be on the Jazz. If he was in, I might look towards the Suns, but he's out. Give me the Jazz. And I'm also on the under. I don't see the Suns getting past 100 points.
Hey, Real.
This is crazy to me. Opposite. Go ahead, Teddy.
No, just quickly, a bet online or bet rule real quick of why it's important to get the best number. I put Rhode Island first half against Davidson. I got it at 2.5, and I waited too long. I could have got it at 3.5 or 4 earlier this morning, and they lost by a half point. The importance of jumping on the best number, man. Just thought I'd throw that in there. Go ahead, Real.
Line shop at SBR. Hey, I don't know if you're still here, Seth, but if you are in chat, Seth, can you hit me, send a message, let me know you in here. We're going to run about 10, probably 10, 15 minutes over. If it's cool, let me know, Seth, if you in chat, bro, please. But on to this game, Jay and Teddy B. I got to let it 15. I got to let it 15 points, bro. I got to let it 15 points in this spot. And before you talk about it, Jay Money, we get to that game, but guess what? I'm already on Rockets. Let's not trip. We'll get back to that game in a minute. Already on the Rockets. I'm on nicely. The Rockets money line is my max bet tonight. We'll talk about it when we get there. Trust me. So, but anyway, I know. I saw it. My ESPN said, over here. I seen it, bro. But anyway, we keep going. Give me the Suns plus 15 in the spot. I watch this Jazz team play a lot because I'm over here in the West. We're in the West. So I see these games. I watch the Blazers, the Jazz, the Lakers, the Clippers, the Kings, the Nets, and who else am I missing that I watch a lot? The Miami Heat. More than I want to watch the Miami Heat. But these are teams that I watch a lot. And the Suns are going to have a problem, I think, tonight with Kelly Oubre. They may be able to, the Jazz. They're going to be able to get their baskets, but they're not going to maintain this lead. This Utah Jazz team does not really have a bench. And then now the fact that Aiden is actually playing, Rudy Gobert, he is like a fucking like a complex or something. Like I don't know what it is, but as soon as you challenge him, he pokes his chest out and he gets foul trouble. He throws up dumbass shots. He makes dumbass passes. He does a lot of dumbass shit. I think with Bridges being there the 2 tonight against Mitchell, Kelly Oubre at the 3, I'm liking the comparison. I can't trust this Jazz team at all. Minus 15 points, man. This is a team that has let me down. Now I'm not saying they cannot cover by 15, but I'm saying right now, if you give me a Suns team, no Booker tonight, I'm taking the 15 easily with the Suns, bro. And I'm going to sit back and bet a half unit on this game and relax.
Hey, Rail, and this is the time if you have ongoing games to be looking at Woj because there's about to be a bunch of trades happening within the next hour. So if your game is going later on, make sure you're keeping up because I'm getting my phone's blowing up. So we're about to get some Woj bombs. Hopefully Anthony Davis to the Lakers. Go ahead, Rail.
Definitely not that. Oh, shit, we just got one right now. King Rail to the Lakers. Hell yeah.
No, like I was saying, man, it's that time of the year. If you're an NBA fan, man, the trade deadline, you got to just check your phone because if you got some late games going, just make sure that no one's being traded because like we've seen in the last 30 minutes, a couple teams have been moving players. So,
no doubt. Anything you want to add to that? That last game I just touched on, you guys too. The Suns Jazz. I'm just taking the Suns because I just can't bet the Jazz plus 15 points. That's my only opinion on this game. I'm not saying Jazz they are definitely a better team, but Jazz, this is not an A+ type of talent basketball club over here. The Jazz have. They're not like a team that's draped with superstars. You know what I mean? They're a good team, but they're not Golden State Warriors to be like, oh, they're throwing 15 points down. I'm gonna hop on a Jazz team who has let me down all year long. I'm gonna rock with a smaller unit on the Suns and take the 15 points.
That's why I think it's better to in-play this game, in my opinion. But we'll see. I mean, because either way, if you in-play the game and it's a close game, and you like Utah, you can get a better line, and vice versa. If you like the Suns, maybe you can get a bit bigger numbers. So that's why I'm in-playing this game.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Real. And just you're exactly right, Teddy. Real too. Just one quick thing about this one. The one thing about the Jazz while they're at the house, for one, they're real good coming off of a home loss, especially straight up loss, but even ATS loss at the house, they usually do bounce back. Like I say, they in the last 10 games they hadn't had a back-to-back ATS losses. So I am gonna rock with them here. And we know that the Jazz at the house, once they get the momentum and their home crowd going, and Ingles and you know what I'm saying, the rest of maybe Korver, he'll start hitting those threes. We know that this one could get out of hand fairly early. So I'm rocking with the Jazz here. We know that the Suns, they do have the pieces to keep it close, but I really would like for Booker to be in here if I was to back the Suns. Without him, it takes a huge hit to their offense. Like I say, I also love the under in this game, but one of these will hit for sure, either the Jazz or the under. So regardless, I like one of those to hit, but that's all I got on this game.
Also, Cantor is being bought out by the Knicks as we speak. Ernest Cantor will be bought out by the Knicks tonight, so he'll be on the market.
Yeah, and the Rockets just made a trade too. The Rockets just got Shumpert, and it's a 3-team trade. The Rockets get Shumpert, the Kings get Alec Burks, and then the Cavs get Brandon Knight. So obviously Shumpert won't be playing for the Kings tonight.
Yeah, Mark,
and not just that affects the Mavs game too, because I was thinking that Burks will make an appearance in that game too, and he's not making an appearance. That's going to affect it a little bit too now.
Yeah, Marquise Chris just got traded too. So if you have any of those players, make sure you're capping without them. So
where did Chris go?
He went to, I think, Cleveland, from what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
And all Houston got was shepherding to do? No picks?
Yeah, no, that's all they got. As far as now, the trades hadn't been all the way finalized. Like even with the Marquise Chris trade to pass, it hasn't been. The whole details haven't been shown yet. So this just happened like 3 minutes ago.
Got you. BMLC talk. Southside Lopez. I'll call Big Man after the show and see what's going on with Big Man. But all in all, Look, I want to say this before we get to the last two games. I met Big Man in IFBC. Did I approach him like a gangster? Did I wait for everybody to be around him and try to bombard him like, oh, yeah, I'm this dude? Nope. I wasn't. He's by himself. I approached him like a real dude. We had a real conversation. Big Man's a cool dude. Straight up. We talk about on Twitter how he acts. That's him. But I talk to him on the phone probably 3 or 4 times a week. Y'all don't believe that, but I do. The guy's a different kind of guy than you guys see him on Twitter and everything else. He's a nice guy, and I'm not the only guy who can actually say that. There's a lot of guys out here could probably say that about Big Man, so I'll talk to him, but this is Kings Court. This ain't right side of campus. This ain't after dark. This Kings Court with J Money and King Real, but I'll talk to Big Man, man. Listen, y'all, it's a capping world. All I want to do is see all of us be millionaires one day. That's all I want to do is live like Jay-Z with my man and Nipsey Hussle and J Money, you in Dallas. So I compare you to what's his name? Tipping on fofos. What's his name? What's the Paul Wall? Yeah, like Paul Wall. I mean, I want us to all be out here balling on some chains. So that's all I care about, man. Let's keep it positive, y'all. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But we got a game out here right now too. We get into the nitty gritty. What's your thoughts on the Houston Rockets tonight and the Kings now, Teddy B, with this trade being finalized?
Man, I love betting on the Kings, man. They've won me so much money this year, and I think this might be a spot to back them. But I'm going to live in play, and if I can get a better number, I'm jumping all over the Kings. I'm still not sold on Houston. I mean, the usage rate for James Harden is at 40, over 40, man. That I just think eventually those legs are going to wear out, and I don't know if they're really that good if he's not putting up the performances they are. So I'm leaning Kings.
Yeah, for me on this game, originally I was leaning, like I said, I was leaning to the Rockets as well. Shumpert being out only makes me like him even more. I can't say this isn't the best spot for the Rockets, but I did just take them at -3 once I saw that Shumpert wasn't playing. He's not a big thing for them, but he was a player out there for them. And I know that Sacktown was saying that he didn't think Shumpert could guard Harden. That's still who they were going to put on him. That was their best bet to put on Harden. Without him out there, I don't see who else is going to try to stop him. I mean, you still got Chris Paul out there as well. So the Kings can play pretty good offense. They run and gun, but the defense isn't always there. So I do like this game to get up and over the total. We know that the Rockets past 4 have flown over the total. They've been getting up and down the court. This is the last game of their 4-game road trip. That's the reason why I'm a little bit hesitant, but I did take a small shot on them. Like I say, -3, and I also lean to the over in this game.
Quick thing here.
I'm watching right now. I see a trade. It said Teddy B was traded to Kraft Grant for Oreo. Hold on, is that true? Teddy B, you got traded?
Bro, you're playing too much, bro. Let me quickly add one thing here for this Houston game. The fact that they have Kenneth Faried, man, he's been every center that's gone up against him has had a double pretty much. So are you guys worried about what Cauley Stein and those Sacramento bigs here, outworking Faried here?
Nah, to me, my personal opinion on this game is if Eric Gordon plays, Harden, man, Harden's going to jack up his shots. And the one thing Sacramento has a problem with is scoring 2 guards. They have a problem with guarding 2 guards. And now, like Jay Money touched on, of Shepherd being gone, that's their best defensive weapon. He's not a defensive guy. He's a scorer. And if his scoring is off, he's basically a body out there on the floor taking a space out there on the court for a Sacramento team because he's not going to play any defense. And if his shot's off, what do you really give him, Buddy Hield out there? Not too much, nothing. You know what I mean? That's how you look at it. Willie Cauley-Stein, this man is like still 2 years off of his development, if you ask me. He plays good basketball, but he's still like 2 years behind. I think a guy with his caliber of play will be a higher echelon than what he is right now, what we see from him. He hasn't developed that much, but that's a personal opinion. And Fox is going to get his money. Fox is going to get his little baskets. He's going to do his little thing. But I don't see Sacramento being able to keep up with Houston tonight, man. Even with the little small trades, I think the trade affects Sacramento way more than it affects the Houston Rockets tonight. And give me Houston money line and a -3. I'm comfortable with it. I'm not touching the over, no total. I'm even ballsy enough to go with Houston right now, first half money line, man. I'll take it. Houston first half money line is going to be a play for me as well.
Right, yeah, I like that. I like the Rockets in this game. So, if anything, if it is some crazy stuff happening, that we know the Kings, they usually try to come back in the second half, but in the first half they're not so good. So, I think that's a damn good play, real.
Thank you. Any thoughts, Teddy B?
Like I said, man, I'm going to in-play this, and if I can get a better number than 3 and I can get it at 5.5, 6, I'm jumping all over the Kings. I just think I just think the Kings are still young. They got the young legs, so they'll give Houston a game here.
Man, you just sound like a Laker fan. I heard you like snickered at me a little bit. You just sound like a Laker. You just want Houston to lose because they almost beat your ass last year. I heard that, Teddy, in your voice. I heard it in your voice. I heard the snicker. Anyway, Corey, before we walk away, y'all, Spurs, Warriors. This spread to me is extremely high. My only inkling in this game is to in-play it. It's the last game of the card. Hopefully you make money throughout the rest of the card. You want to in-play this game. I say the Spurs win by 10 points, but there's no way in hell you could buy down 4.5 points in the game. I mean, the Warriors should win by 9.5, 10 points. But 4 teams are hanging a lot. And it's hard for me to ask a Spurs team to do the same thing when Murray is pissed off. His name was in trade talks. He retweeted ESPN like, get me out this shit. You got no Aldridge playing tonight. DeRozan playing tonight. You got Pop, and whose Pop has been off, and RIP to his wife and everything. I know he's dealing with it. Definitely a tough thing. I'm dealing with it right now. This is a tough month for me. I just buried my cousin a year ago around this time, and my grandma's anniversary is coming up in 2 weeks from now. You know what I mean? When she passed away almost. So it's a tough time dealing with death. And that was a man's wife for over 20-something years, correct? Like a long time. So I know he's still dealing with the loss of her. His coaching isn't quite there right now. At least that's how I look at it. I'm analyzing it from a different perspective as a person over a career. You know what I mean? He hasn't been there. And now you're resting your 2 top players. The Warriors don't care. They don't care who you're resting. This is like practice for Cousins tonight. Cousins can come out there and just do whatever the fuck you want. More rep for him. It's how Golden State Warriors thinking of it. Man, Golden State first half -5 is a lot of points. But I like him Golden State first quarter is a lot of points. But I'm leaning first half, Golden State, and in play the rest.
Yeah, I think Golden State, this number I think is it's a little too high. So like you said, in play it, I would lean definitely Golden State. No way in hell I'm backing the Spurs at any price. So I'm going to wait till I bet it, but I think they blow them out here because DeRozan and Aldridge aren't playing. So.
Yep, it's a super high line, but like this is another one. I would lay it. Me personally, I got the Warriors when they were at 11.5. It is up to 14.5 now. I can't say that it's crazy to say because the NBA has been on some crazy shit lately, and we know how, you know what I'm saying, the team will be up and then they'll let a team that come back. So I'm hoping it doesn't happen here. That's the reason why I don't want to give it out to you guys at the 14.5. I know it's tough to buy down 3 points, but I mean if you could, you know what I'm saying, it's possible. Or maybe, you know what I'm saying, throw it in there, a parlay or something like that. But I would try to get it closer to that original line. But they should, in theory, they should come out here and blow them out, and it shouldn't matter, especially with LaMarcus Aldridge not playing tonight, him and DeRozan. Those are the top 2 scorers for this team by far. And obviously LaMarcus Aldridge is leading them in rebounds, and DeRozan is leading them in assists. So both of those 2 out, they're pretty much their best duo. You know what I'm saying? So Rudy Gay, or someone did ask me about the Rudy Gay. I think he said it was like at 26.5 for the points, rebounds, assists over. I think that's a damn good play. He's pretty much going to be their main offensive weapon tonight. Players like Patty Mills, stuff like that. So the Spurs, they could still typically technically keep it close, but I just feel like after the game the Warriors had last time being down to a LeBron-less Lakers team, I feel like they feel pretty bad after that and want to come out early and often against this San Antonio Spurs team. The Spurs already beat them early in the year. I lean on the Warriors in this spot. Like I said, I did get them at 11.5, and I also did get the under at 232 for a small pick.
No doubt. Hey, well, we ran over some ball for here. I'm loving the plays. Teddy B, You want to recap with your plays and what you got, brother, and tell them where they can find you at. And then after that, Jay, you want to hit them with the same shit too, brother?
Yeah, so guys, I gave this live. I took Maryland up to 7.5. They were down and now they're up by like 8. I took them on the money line. I'm on them for 400 right now. So if you got in on that action, congrats. Hopefully we cash because there's still some game left. And then on the Nets, I took them live. They were up to 8.5 plus 8.5. Now they're up by 3. I took them on the first half line. I had them at 3.5 plus 3.5. So hopefully you guys saw that Nets play that I gave out. Those are my only really official plays on this. And then I'm going to in-play those 2 games, the Utah game and then the Golden State game. But you guys can find me at TeddyB_numero 1. And follow these guys. And I retweet their stuff. They retweet me. So if you have trouble, ask one of them.
Right, yeah, and with me, I did lean. I didn't have official play on that Nuggets and Nets game, but I do lean to the under in that game. I did take the Bucks minus the 11 in that game, and I didn't take the under that game. I did take the Pelicans minus the 1.5, and I also got the under at 226.5 in that game. I'm on the Hornets first quarter money line plus 140. I'm on the Hornets first half money line plus 160, and I'm also on the over on the first half over 109, and I'm also on the Jazz minus the 14.5, and I'm also on the under in that game at 216.5. I hopped on the Rockets minus 3 in that game, and I leaned towards the over in that game. And I'm on the Golden State Warriors. I got them when it was at 11.5, and I'm also on the under 232. Y'all know what's up. Y'all holler at me on Twitter. Y'all go follow me right now, man. Me and my both my guys, Teddy B and King Real. Y'all go follow me at J Money is Money, man. We even got it on the poster. Y'all come back and holler tomorrow.
For sure. And we start this show off by all we try to do is kick some knowledge. I mean, I'm about to end all be all. I don't know it all. I'm about the God. They ain't the gods. We just some guys, cat basketball. But I told y'all, Porter or Beal was going to be traded. What happened while the show went on? Porter got traded. Man, that's just us watching it and watching NBA and following the shit, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Here are my plays for you, though. I'm on the Bucks minus 11. I'm on the Nets plus 3.5. I'm on the Bucks first quarter minus 4. I'm on the over 215 Charlotte Dallas full game. Over first half minus 1.5 Charlotte Dallas. I'm on the Suns plus 15. I'm on Houston money line and full game minus 3. I'm on the first half Golden State minus 8.5. I'm on Chicago minus 227. I mean under 227, and I'm on the Bulls money line. Parlay for you. I'm on the Bucks first half money line and the over 119 first half Chicago. I mean Charlotte Dallas at a plus 149. Those are my plays. Thank you, Teddy B, for coming to rock with us. Thank you, J Money, for always doing this shit with me. I'm not the easiest person to work with, but you know, at the end of the day, I'll smoke a dab with you, and we forget about all that shit the very next day. I'm King Real. Love y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in. Catch y'all tomorrow, man. SBR Sports Picks, King's Court, until Thursday, trade deadline. Pray for us. See y'all tomorrow.